Okay, guys, there's been reports that they are now revoking Iranians in the U.S. It is some rich Iranians living in the U.S. right now.
If they rich, why kick them out?
Because they got to go, bro.
But they're rich, though.
They kicking them out.
But rich people are net positive. If they was poor, I'd understand.
They're watching the war go on, and these are rich people.
It's the elites
in Iran, and y'all don't want to abide by our rules, and y'all sitting over here living off the American.
They're rich, though.
No, we don't. We want them gone.
Why?
Hey, Donald Trump and Marco Rubio want them out of here.
But like, why though?
I think because they're spreading Islam.
Yeah, we don't want that anymore.
Not in America.
If that's, I thought we were a nation of freedom.
Nah,
thought wrong, buddy. We finna go back to Christianity. We finna go back to praying
we can't have the Islam spreading in America like it is. It's a problem.
We've been too soft. We finna go back to from grade school. We finna go back to praying to Jesus in school.
I feel like that's the equivalent of kicking people out for not speaking Spanish. I mean, for not speaking English. I think you should kick out people who can't speak English.
We're at war.
We are at war.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man.
That's a good point.
I don't know, man.
You guys, it's serious.
You look at the nephew of Khomeini, you look at the niece of Rouhani, and you say, why are there so many elites from the Iranian regime being given safety not only here in America, but in European countries for so long? I know that President Trump and Secretary Rubio are working so diligently to revoke the visas of nearly 3,000 to 4,000 Iranian elites who currently live in this country. The double standard not only in their wardrobe, but in the fact that they get to live here in the greatest country in the world with safety and prosperity. Man, you couldn't make it up, Sean, if you tried.
Family to the regime that was taken out.
Yeah,
but
they gotta go.
I understand like the fact that their ties and stuff are questionable, but if they're not doing anything, I don't see why kicking them out. But
they could be a sleeper cell.
And a visa, you said it yourself. A visa is a privilege.
I do think so.
Get them the hell out of there.
If we're at war with the country,
if they're not doing anything wrong.
I mean, it's a bunch of people not doing nothing wrong and they gotta go.
That's very true.
Illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
They gotta go.
What the hell you mean they not doing nothing wrong? Them being here is them doing something wrong.
Well, goddamn it, they wrong too.
It's a lot of Iranian elites. 3,000 to 4,000.
If they're the family of the regime, they gotta go.
Hey, and if you praying in any Christian facility and you praying to your religion and it's not Christian, your ass need to be kicked out also.
Women in Iran who get lashed, beaten, thrown acid in their faces, even killed for showing their hair. And then you've got relatives of Iran's power players here in the U.S. acting like the Kardashians. Yesterday, we told you about the niece and great-niece of slain General Qasem Soleimani flaunting their lavish life here on U.S. soil. Their visas are now getting revoked. Now we're learning about other relatives of other top Iranian leaders teaching American students here in our homeland. The New York Post reports that Isa Hashemi, Isa as in Jesus, the Arabic for Jesus, is the son of Iranian insider Masumeh Ebtekar, and he's living in LA, allegedly teaching there. His mom, known as Screaming Mary, was a spokeswoman for the U.S. Embassy hostage crisis. We all remember that. Fox has reached out twice to him, but got no response, despite Isa's name still being on the website for the Chicago school. It's where he teaches. Meanwhile, Layla Khatami, the daughter of a former Iranian president, is a professor at Union College. And another Iranian leader's daughter was an assistant professor at Emory until that school terminated her. Katie Miller says that the president and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, are now looking to revoke visas for 3,000 to 4,000 Iranian elites in the U.S.
It's the hypocrisy of the regime. You know, their children and offsprings are flaunting their sometimes luxurious lives and a life against a comfortable, free society with economic opportunities, all the while that in Iran people are deprived of all of that.
And remember, Sandra, this isn't because they're just related to the Iranian leaders. Thousands of Iranians are here on asylum. It's not asylum, though, if you're going back and forth from U.S. and Iran without any fear from the regime.
Wow.
Sandra?
Aisha Hastings reporting live out of Washington for us.
Get their ass up out of here.
Yeah, they gotta
go. If they're teaching and stuff and reaping the benefits of America, you know what? Kick them out. Kick them out.
I mean, it's just dangerous.
They part of the regime chant death to America while living in America.
It's dangerous. I mean, it's a matter of national security. We're at war with the very people that regime who we just dropped bombs on.
Yeah, I mean.
So you think they gonna let that slide?
Trump cooked with this right here.
And a lot of the news doesn't talk about that. They talk about, women's rights. You want to see women's rights? You're not going to see it there. It's amazing when I see some of the stupid people like, AOC plus 3, all that group. They talk about, freedom for Iran. They don't tell you the real facts. Women, men, gays. How about gays for Iran? They kill the gays. They throw them off buildings. So I wonder what's going on. I can only say this. They want us to keep bombing.
Yeah, we have to do something about it. We have to do something about it. And
if the roles were reversed, if there was Trump's daughter or, Marco Rubio's daughter living in Iran, but you wouldn't want to do that because it's shitty, but I don't know, man.
And to me, we were just talking about it, guys. This will not end.
It won't.
This is a religion.
It's a religious
based war.
Yeah.
It won't end. Look at this.
Destroy the ancient synagogue.
We thought, hey, it's a ceasefire. Boom.
Said it's 20 times older than Israel and they blew it up.
This guy went super viral about this right here, guys. He was basically saying that Israel's going to keep us in this shit.
Well, I mean, they kind of are, though, because Iran said that leaving Lebanon alone is a part of the ceasefire and abandoning Lebanon will be an insult to Islam, and Israel has conducted numerous strikes on Lebanon today and killed thousands of innocent civilians. So it's like, if that's part of the ceasefire, that shit over with. They're about to come. Now America gonna stand behind it. Well, Lebanon's not part of the ceasefire. It's like I don't understand how we can justify the killing of innocents, but it's wrong when innocents are killed on one side, but it's good when they're killed on the other side. I don't understand how it's justified. If innocent killing people is wrong, and it needs to be consistent across the board.
It's a very complicated situation.
That's just what I think.
What I know for sure, though, is that these Muslims do not like Americans, and they do not like Christians. These people right here, I don't know if y'all can understand them. Let's see. Yeah, y'all won't be able to understand them. But basically,
subtitles.
It says, our issue is not Palestine. Our issue is killing every single non-Muslim. Ooh. We will pursue Jews and Christians all over the world. Either they convert to Islam or we kill them. Well, so I see why sometimes, because Israel does take advantage a little, I can see that point. But I can also see why that's our only ally over there. Because we don't see Jews just trying to come kill Americans.
I don't know. True. There's 40% Christian in Lebanon. Are those not our allies? They're Christian, and they're being killed today.
But I'm pretty sure they have some extremists.
Okay, then if the goal is to protect Christianity and protect innocents from dying, send your soldiers in on foot and go get them. That's more efficient. We're going to send our soldiers in on foot. Y'all can't send y'all's in? American lives are, I'd say one American life is worth 10 Israeli lives. America first, in my opinion. Guys, we're superior.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So I'm just saying, like, if our soldiers are willing to risk their lives and put their feet on the ground, we had a soldier on the ground get his plane shot down. If his life was worth being risked, they're not.
And I fully agree with that.
They got to put some skin in the game.
They do.
This is what I have to say.
NATO don't want to put no skin in the game either.
NATO,
but we know Israel, what they trying to do.
They think NATO.
We know what Israel trying to do.
I've seen people say NATO is taking money, is taking oil from Iran. So they don't want to get involved because they'll get sanctioned with the oil with the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, I see all points.
But you said we know what they're doing.
It's very, very complicated.
When we have stuff like this going on in our country, a man saying he's going to kill, he threatening this family. He said he's going to kill a family under the name of Allah. This is a problem. So it's like...
It's a problem. It is a problem. It's been a problem
since... What do we do?
It has been a problem.
Well, we got old presidents like Obama saying... We're not a Christian country anymore.
That was outrageous.
That was outrageous. That was pretty crazy.
Outrageous.
So we have this stuff going on. This guy's knocking on this woman's door. I'll kill you in the name of Allah.
Yeah.
What do we do?
He got to go.
They have to go. Them people, them 4,000 people that's over here living, and it's a contradiction. They over there hurting and killing women and killing gays, and y'all think y'all gonna come over here? And that's a problem to me, man.
I don't see how it ends. I don't know what to do. I'm not a military expert.
Remember this lady that went on Bill Maher's show and absolutely killed it.
Yeah, she did.
She says, I agree with you, Marco Rubio, and she's Iranian.
Women in my country, the security forces threw acid on their face. I do remember hearing reports about that. As part of the IRGC camp, these two people are not being punished because of Soleimani. They're being punished because they asked for asylum, but went back to Iran, came back to America, promoting IRGC, calling the U.S. Great Satan. Wow, that's my home. I miss my home. That's why they're being kicked out. I retract my former statement. They have done something wrong. They deserve to be deported. They deserve to have their visas revoked, and they got to get up out of here.
I mean, I think it's just a matter of national security.
And this right here will piss you off, guys. So it's a woman that was a Muslim. She's an ex-Muslim. She's now Christian. And look what they did to this woman.
She is an ex-Muslim turned Christian evangelist who has been beaten, chased by mobs, unlawfully jailed, and even stabbed.
Can somebody call ambulance, please? Somebody call the ambulance, bro.
All for the sake of the gospel.
Wow.
This is not Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia, however. It is officially Christian Britain. Her name is Hatun Tash, and what's been done to her has even caught the attention of the British media.
This is in Great Britain?
Them the fuck
A
out.
Christian country?
Kick
That's
them
why,
out.
because they got
Kick them
overran
out.
with
They've been
Muslims.
overrun.
Get pissed off
Yeah.
before I
They've
get
been overrun. They've been
No,
taken.
we can't let that happen in America. I'm sorry if it hurts their feelings.
They
We
gotta go.
cannot let that
They
happen in
gotta go.
America.
They
The spread
gotta
of
go.
Islam is dangerous.
They
It's
gotta
very
go.
dangerous. I'm
So
sorry.
that guy we seen talking crazy to him in the park, it was wrong. But that's our Christian heart. They don't feel the same way. So what we gonna do about it? We can continue to be Christians, yeah, be good guys, but man, it might come down to a religion war at the end of the day. We can't let them have bombs. We can't.
We cannot.
Their leaders were saying death to America.
They do say that.
They do say that.
So all this Israel crap, I mean, I get it, but we got a bigger problem than that.
I think that my take on it all is this. I think you can be America first and say that, okay, maybe Israel has too much power in America, but they don't chant death to America there. In the Muslim nations, they chant death to America. So you could give people in Israel a button to kill every American, they would not hit that button.
That's the
if
problem.
you give people in Iran, their regime, a button to kill every American, they're hitting that button 10 times out of 10.
That's the problem. We're trying to solve everything. Let's solve this problem first, and then we can go back and try to solve that problem. But right now, Israel's on our side trying to help us.
I agree.
So, hey, because this type of stuff is going on.
Her name is Hatun Tash, and what's been done to her has even caught the attention of the British media.
Police arrested me simply because Muslims were in control of the police. And this is not only time I've been removed from
You think
speakers
Muslims
for
are in
many
control of
times.
the police, or do you think they just thought, we can't deal with this many people, we think trouble's going to kick off?
Your mission is a controversial one. Let's be honest, you want to convert as many folk as possible from being Muslims to Christians. Do you continue to keep doing that?
She's a warrior.
Hatun Tash grew up as a Muslim in Turkey and became a Christian after arriving in Great Britain. And as an ex-Muslim speaking out against Islam, she's become a target.
the police snatching her
Tash
up
told
like
us
that?
she's changed residences more than 50 times in the past 4 years because she knows Muslims are looking for her in order to kill her. One man has already been sentenced to 24 years in prison for trying. Because of this ongoing...
You gonna say something, bro?
Nah, I was trying to see how many of them are over there.
Millions.
Guys, if she's targeted for her religion, you think you're not targeted?
You see,
You think you're not targeted?
You see? Did you see in
You think the church not targeted?
Did you see in Germany they tried to send 850,000 people back to Syria? They said no. Said we won't take our people back. Why?
Our religion is under attack, y'all.
Why?
It is.
Tash told us she's changed residences more than 50 times in the past 4 years because she knows Muslims are looking for her in order to kill her. One man has already been sentenced to 24 years in prison for trying. Because of this ongoing
She's a
danger, she
warrior.
asked that we interview her from a secret location. Tash told us her conversion to Christ began when she learned the truth about Islam and Muhammad.
As I read his biography, it was very disturbing to me. So the man you grew up to love and honor suddenly turns up to be like, yeah, not good at all. And decided, yep, I can't be Muslim.
Then she learned about a very different God than the one of Islam.
As you dig into it, you get to meet with a God who is not silent or far or distant from you, but you meet with a God who concerns for you, who loves you, he pours out himself on you.
Amen.
And not only that, he just puts himself on the cross and then says, I love you from everlasting to everlasting. Repent and come to me.
Amen.
Tash began sharing this message to Muslims at Speaker's Corner in London's Hyde Park, where speakers climb atop benches and ladders and where vigorous debates ensue, often between Muslims and Christians. Her criticism of Islam has sometimes enraged Muslims. And 3 years ago, a man slashed her face with a knife. He was
she's
never
a
caught.
warrior.
She, however, has been arrested unlawfully more than once. The London police have twice paid her damages for wrongful arrest, including 2 years ago, when she refused to leave the area where she was preaching. Tash was forcibly marched through Hyde Park, followed by Muslims celebrating her arrest.
There's a lot of Muslims
she was
in
placed
London.
in a police van, strip-searched, and jailed. This has not stopped Tash from going to mosque and sharing the gospel daily.
I would simply stand in front of the mosques and then say, Muhammad is false prophet, Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Tell me what is your objections. Hundreds of Muslims just stops and then they want to talk to you. Sometimes you get harmed, sometimes it gets dangerous. Sometimes you end up in hospitals. Sometimes you end up in people's house for a cup of tea. It's all very different. So I don't care whether people reject me or not. They need to hear the gospel. They need to accept or reject Jesus.
Tash told us she'll continue to preach and continue to challenge Islam.
Things are dangerous. Should I choose to stay silent? Like when people are spending £5,000 to buy a gun to shoot you and shoot your loved ones. Gospel is so glorious, it cannot be silent.
Wow, she's a
Lord
warrior.
is the giver of life. So when it's my time, he will take me home. But until he gives me breath, we continue to preach. I don't care about the danger of it because I have seen it's worthy. King of Kings is worthy for humans to get on their knees, especially for Muslims to get on their knees and then worship him and call him their father. So why there is a violence response? From very early age, Muslims are trained that Islam is true. From very early age, Muslims are trained that Islam is true. There is no fault in Islam. It's all perfect. And then someone comes and then starts poking holes in that like so confident area. They don't know how to argue.
So they say, shut up.
You read the church fathers, you read from Axon, even read from the time of Jesus, like even go back to the prophets. People are questioning the goodness of God. Prophets are responding them. God says, let's reason together. My people destroyed for their lack of knowledge. Apostles are making case for why they believe Jesus Christ is the Messiah and the Son of God. So from very early age, we are trained to answer the basic questions people have about our faith. Give the reason for the hope you have. Versus Muslims from very early, like church history, people give their life. You look at Muslims from very early age, all they are trained to is verbalize what they don't believe. I don't believe God have a son. I don't believe in three gods. I don't believe God had a sex with Mary. I don't believe those things. But they never learned or trained to answer the objections to their faith. So Islam is very polemical religion. They never practiced apologetics. They don't know how to do it. It is only within last decade, thanks to internet and Christian apologists or critics of Islam stepping in and then forcing Muslims to answer the questions. So Muslims don't know how to answer. And when you don't know how to answer, what is your next step? Practicing violence. And it is, of course, supported in the teachings of Islam. My blood is nothing to them. Probably they think, yeah, my blood is going to take them to Islamic paradise. Therefore, they go for it. I sat down with an imam.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for her. I mean,
Wow.
she's way more brave than probably 99% of the Christians
99.
in America.
99.
honestly.
Yeah, she's standing in the war zone.
She's standing on business.
Ooh, hey, she just cooked, man.
She's standing on business.
Just cooked. And
I hope that I can have as much courage and faith as her.
anything we say probably on this video after this video might be a bit extreme. So I'm going to just shut my mouth, you know, because You think y'all finna come over here and try to change what we believe in and try to beat us up?
This is a Christian nation.
We have to protect Christianity. We have to stand with Christians. We have to preach the gospel. That's all.
Like the UK is turning liberal. Y'all think y'all
that's
gonna come over here?
No, since 2011 to 2021, they got like 1.5 more million Muslims.
Yikes.
And they're over there slapping people for talking about Christianity.
Stabbing people.
Yikes.
Out there praying in the New York streets to Islam.
Yikes.
That's dead.
What we gonna do about it, y'all? I don't know, but Trump is getting some of them out of here. That's all we know, and that's a W, because y'all can't be coming back and forth and preaching in our schools. And, all we know, then y'all letting people cross the border, we got 20,000 sleeper cells out there ready to die right now, because that's what they believe. That's what they believe. It ain't like they care about nothing else. That's what they believe. They fast to Allah. They preach to Allah. They literally will stop for hours out their day. Which that's the only thing I probably respect.
I respect that
they pray for a very long time.
They're very dedicated to it.
And they're very dedicated. I respect that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bash anybody for their religion. I don't bash Hindus. I don't bash, it's a bunch of different religions.
It's just we draw the line at violence.
Yeah, violence is what we have to
draw the
stop
line at
at.
Violence.
So y'all think y'all gonna come here and be violent?
It's not.
And then it's not all of them. I got Muslim friends.
Clearly, it's not all of them. Definitely, there's some great Muslim dudes, but
violence we have to stop. And that's why I say, and if you get caught, if I was the president, if you get caught doing Muslim violence, putting you in jail is actually the easy way out, really. We should send your ass back.